one of the things that this board tries to do is at the start of our meetings encourage different members of the community, community groups to come in and talk a little bit about their program or our Penfield businesses. And at this point, I'd like to recognize Mike Zimmerman, who is with the youth football, and to say a few words. And just had an opportunity here within the last week to meet with Mr. Zimmerman and our staff, talking about the 2011 upcoming football season, which is very dynamic. And the floor is yours, sir.
All right, great. Thanks, Tony. I do want to thank the supervisor for inviting me to speak about our organization. We've been around since 1983, and yet we realize that very few people know about our organization. It's Penfield Youth Football and Cheerleading, or PYFC. We've been the sole provider of tackle football and cheerleading for Penfield kids ranging in ages from 8 to 14 for the past 28 years. We're a voting member of the American Youth Football and Cheerleading League of Monroe County, and we compete against football teams and cheerleading squads from 17 other towns, including places like Hilton, Brighton, Pittsford, Webster, the city, and many others. I've got a quick list of what we do and why we do it, and then I will get to what we're doing for 2011. We practice from August 1st through the end of October. It's a condensed, very intense season, but it is one of those seasons that doesn't get stretched across 6 months, a year, like some of the other sports. It's 3 months of intense football and cheerleading. We practice at Harris Whalen Park, which is right across from Harris Hill School. In 2009, Penfield High School and athletic director Pete Shambo allowed PYFC to move our home field to the brand new turf field at Penfield High School. And it's been a thrill for our players, for our families, as well as our opponents to take part and play at this beautiful field. Our home games are played every Sunday at the high school from the first week of September to the end of October. We squeeze 3 games into every Sunday, starting at 11:30 a.m. for our C team, 1:30 for A team, and 3:30 for B team. Our philosophy is pretty simple. It's to give as many kids in Penfield the opportunity to play football as possible and cheerlead as possible. That's why in 2010, the board of directors and I set out to expand the organization from 3 teams to 5. So now we have a red team and a red league and a black league. We had about 90 football players in 2009. We grew that by about 40 boys to raise that total to 130 football players in 2010. Bringing our total registration from about 175 to a little more than 200 in 2010, which is fabulous. And as I mentioned to the supervisor, it's not just a matter of getting kids playing football. When we bring kids into the organization, we bring their families, we bring the parents, their guardians, their brothers, their sisters, their relatives. It really is one of those community things that we are proud of, and again, I thank the supervisor for the opportunity to talk about it. But we're also proud of a number of other accomplishments in 2010. I'll share just a few with you. We applied for, we've been around since 1983, and yet this year we applied for, and this past year we applied for and received a 501c3 status as a not-for-profit, thanks to our treasurer and accountant, Chris Klee. We conducted our 2nd annual old-fashioned bonfire at Harris Whalen Park. We pulled it off with the tremendous help of the Penfield Parks and Recreation staff, as well as the Penfield Fire Company. We had a live band, we had a chicken dinner, snow cones. It was a lot of fun for a lot of people. We aligned with the Penfield High School Booster Club for concessions at the high school field. We aligned with the Penfield High School varsity football program to create a youth camp as well as a coaches clinic for the first time last year. And the fruits of our labor were things, they're tangible things like championships. One of our football teams went 10-0 and won the championship game. That was our Red B team of 10 and 11-year-olds and run by Paul Zimmer. And that is no small feat. Like I said, we play against 17 other towns, and multiply that by 3. That's the number of teams that are out there actually playing and competing every week. And our cheerleading organization, another no small feat, they brought in a lot of championships, but one in particular, they went to the Aquinas 4th Annual Cheer Competition, and this is unheard of. All three of our squads, A, B, and C, took first place. So again, my hats are off to all these volunteers, and this is an all-volunteer organization. So to do this, pull it off is something else. So with so much legwork behind us, the organization is now turning towards doing more with the community, even more with the community, and in bigger ways. So for example, I'm coordinating with the Penfield Ecumenical Food Shelf and Marie Sinti, who's the director of that, and of course a member of the Penfield School Board. We've ironed out 2 important dates for the summer of 2011 where we will, as PYFC, drive food donations for two important dates, July 15th and August 1st this summer. And according to Marie, this is a critical time of the year for the food shelf because it's apparently a slow time of the year. So we're coming right in at the right time. So wrapping up, we've got some important dates. Our Penfield Youth Football and Cheerleading website is penfieldyouthfootball.org. We've got returning registration coming up in March 8th, and all this information is on the website, penfieldyouthfootball.org. Our new registration is March 12th. Our first practice is August 1st. The bonfire is September 2nd. First game is September 4th. And that is our football and cheerleading story in a capsule. I do want to thank the Parks and Recreation Department, if I just real quick, from everyone from Mike Cooper and Chris Bilo to Chris Doyle and Bob Ainsworth for their continued support of the program. We've reached out. They've embraced us. It's been fantastic. Big thank you to the all-volunteer Penfield Fire Company for all their support these past few years in helping to produce this old-fashioned bonfire. It is fun, and it's exciting, and it's safe. And also, last but not least, but the Penfield High School varsity football program, and especially Athletic Director Pete Shambo, who really has embraced our organization as an organization for the future. So, all my best.
Great. And so it was up on the screen. You highlighted it for us, but one more time with the website.
Is penfieldyouthfootball.org.
And the one comment that I'll make is I had an opportunity to meet, as I said last week, and I have to say this is a true success story. If you take a look at the energy, the effort, and especially the life that comes out of this organization, not only for some of our future football players, but also our cheerleaders. And this is really a big feeder group coming into our high school, and a lot of great accomplishments, a lot of great organization on your part, and many volunteers behind you. And our congratulations to such a successful program, and look forward to a great year. And September 2nd, big bonfire, and
That's right.
So some fun.
That's right.
We look forward
Everyone's
to it.
welcome.
Everyone's welcome.
Just
Look
a
forward to
quick
it.
question. For eligibility, what ages are we talking about for registration?
8 years old to 14.
And you have to be a town of Penfield resident or Penfield School District? Or
Penfield School District. Yeah.
Penfield School District only?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Always a pleasure. You're
Thank you
always
very much.
welcome back at any time as you get closer to the season. If you want to come in, there were a number of photos up in some of the games, but at any time you're always welcome.
Very good.
All right,
Thanks
great
very
to
much.
see you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Be well.
Thanks.